Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, who lives in a galley on the... Oh no, I don't remember what the name of the ship was in Treasure Island. Uh, Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Royce coming back at you with yet another fast food fave. And today on the docket, me hearties, we delve into briny deeps that only old Captain Royce here's been to. Aye. Today we're going to Long John Silver's. Yar, har, har, har. This bag is full of sound seafood decisions. Okay? Wait. Those bastards didn't give me my clam strips. Son of a bitch. Damn them. Oh well. Yeah, today on the docket we're doing Long John Silver's. In my case, oh my god, they didn't even give me hush puppies. Those monsters! I had this whole thing planned out where I was going to talk about how great... Yeah, because, okay, we used to get the family meal, which you could get like an assortment of fish and chicken with different kinds of stuff, but I only went with a seafood combo because I didn't want to get a whole thing for just me. I'm not that far gone. So they forgot my clam strips. They forgot my hush puppies, and they no longer have corn on the cob. Ah well, you live and you learn. So let's get. We'll save the malt for in a minute. So yes, we're doing Long John Silver's, and we're doing the fish combo in as a bit of a substitution for the family meal that I'd usually get, because I'd split it with my mom and brother and grandma. Really good. The breading on these chicken on the fish here is insane. I'm not sure how they get such a thick batter going, but like this cooled down a bit so you can kind of see it's almost like it's surrounded by a crepe. But it's still got some crisp to it too. And let's try the fry. Very good, if plain fry. That's the thing about Long John Silver's, is that everything kind of has that familiar taste to it because it's all fried the same thing. It's why everything like tastes so similar at most fast food restaurants, is because it all is made in the same place. I want to try this too. But you can't have fish and chips without a little malt vinegar. What I really need to complete this is some newspaper. I think there is actually like a chippy, a brand of like chippy wrap for your seafood that you can get, where it says like the Chippy Times or something on it. Because fish and chip shops are usually called chippies, which is weird. Of course, it's also weird to dip your fish in spoiled wine. I believe vinegar is spoiled wine. Something like that, anyway. Tastes good, though. I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but Long John Silver's is one of the best fast food names in the game. Like, it's named after a fictional pirate who is also a cook. That's perfect. It tells you everything you need to know about the restaurant. It's nautical themed. It's got pirates. Not really, but like it's got food, or it's got seafood. It's usually attached to another restaurant owned by the Pepsi Corporation. And then, of course, almost as important as the hush puppies, the deep fried bits. They always include the little panko crumbs, whatever you call them. You know, the fries from Long John Silver's would rank very interestingly on a ranking of all my favorite french fries from fast food places. Because, like, I think at the top you have stuff like McDonald's. At the bottom you'd have let's see, who's got the worst french fry? At the bottom you'd have Arby's crinkle cut fries. Actually, you know what? At the top of the fry, alongside the McDonald's fries, would also be like diner fries, which are just really good steak fries. Or like steak fries that you get at like Outback or Texas Roadhouse. This should be somewhere under there. A little above Burger King fries, which are actually surprisingly good. And above Wendy's fries, which I think are overrated. Oh, they got a little piece of skin on them. That means they're better, right? Nah. That's gonna bug me all night. I'm gonna have to Google it after I'm done here. The ship that is in Treasure Island. The Hispaniola. I got there. Mind you, I only got there because I was able to recall Fozzie Bear saying it in Muppet Treasure Island. The Hispaniola. And then, yeah. Honestly, this isn't even the best seafood I've had this weekend. But it's still a nostalgic, good taste. Well, it's so expensive now. Like, fast food seafood is really expensive to do. Especially when you don't give me my freaking clam strips. Or my hush puppies. Which, okay, it is a little weird hush puppies are so associated with, like, seafood stuff right now, because back in the day, hush puppies were just little fried bread balls in the South. You know, there's old stories about how, according to the telling, either Confederate soldiers would feed the fried balls to their dogs to keep them from banging, or escaped you know, people trying to escape enslavement would throw them around to not to get the dogs off their scent. Or abolitionists, what I should say too. Not really associated with pirates or seafood. Like, what's associated with pirates is hardtack, but you can't have that though. Apparently, Red Lobster used to have hush puppies before they switched to the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Which, man, I'm glad I exist in the Cheddar Bay biscuit timeline. Can you imagine if they still had hush puppies? Like, I like hush puppies, but they're no knock on the Cheddar Bay biscuit. Which, oh man, I'm gonna have to try that food hack that people have been posting about, where you take a Cheddar Bay biscuit and you put a Chick-fil-A thing in there. Although I wonder if there's anywhere better than Chick-fil-A. If I had, maybe I should do a little experimenting. Anyway, I've been prattling on too long. I've already eaten the food, and that's what you're here for. So I shall leave you be. I must go make a fatherly bond with a cabin boy, and then betray his trust, because as I'm a wicked old man with missing a leg. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. Treasure Planet? None of y'all remember Treasure Planet? It's a good movie. Oh man, that actually reminds me of something real quick before I go. There are 3 adaptations of Treasure Island that are considered like the best. There's the original Disney one from the 1950s that is actually responsible for the advent of the pirate accent. The actor who played Long John Silver didn't know how pirates talked at the time, so he kind of just did this weird British accent. Then there is Muppet Treasure Island from the 1990s, considered one of the best adaptations of all time, with Tim Curry as Long John. And then finally there's Treasure Planet, which has probably the best adaptation of the relationship between Long John and Jim. And you know what all 3 of those films had in common? All Disney films, weirdly enough. I think because it's kind of the quintessential adventure story, isn't it? Like, when you think of pirates, you think of stuff that's been come up with in that book or because of that book. The idea of buried treasure didn't exist. Or the idea of pirates burying treasure did not exist before Treasure Island. At least I don't think so. And it's so strange to think Robert Louis Stevenson, the guy who wrote Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, wrote that book. Bit of a Renaissance man, that one. But I must go now. My people need me. Y'all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm out.